If you are what you say you are, a superstar, then have no fear. The camera's here and the microphones, and they wanna know, if you are what you say you are, a superstar, then have no fear. The crowd is here and the lights are on, and they wanna show, yeah. If you are what you say you are, then have no fear.
Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to all my returning clients. Much love and appreciation as always. But if you're new here, my name is Hayes. I am a veterinarian as well as a sneakerhead, hence the name TheShoeVet. Today's sneaker report, we're going over the continued collaboration between sneaker giant Adidas as well as hip-hop mogul Pharrell Williams. And it won't be this, instead it's this. So this is the Adidas Pharrell Williams Human Race Superstar. This dropped on July 3rd? Yeah, this dropped on July 3rd, 2020 for a retail price of $140. This indeed was part of a special commemoration of the 50-year anniversary of the Adidas Superstar. I had no idea these had been around that long, but yeah, 50 years, guys. This shoe originally dropped in two colorways. You got the base white colorway that I have here reviewing for you guys today, as well as a black colorway that honestly didn't really do too well. The white colorway actually sold out in mere seconds. Bots ate up, and I think the reason for that is because when Pharrell teased this, he of course wore the white one, which of course made, it a lot more hype. And it's just kind of easier to pair up and looks a little bit cleaner to me anyways. But yes, those unfortunately went out in second. But without going too far into all the semantics and extra details, let's go ahead and get into what you guys came here for, and let's get into the overview of the shoe. Now, of course, we got to start out with our presentation, our box. So we got the Pharrell Human Race box in kind of this off-white, almost beigey color. You have some branding on the sides, Pharrell Williams and the Adidas Treadford logo. On the bottom part of the box, you got PW Superstar, which stands for Pharrell Williams Superstar. Got mine in my size 9.5, which is my true size. The official colorways of this is FTW White, which I'm not sure what it stands for. You got Bold Gold, and you got LP Purple, or L Purple. I don't really know what the FTW stands for, but it's white. Flipping open the box, you just greeted with a white interior of the cardboard box. You have the Adidas tissue paper. There are no extra laces or accessories in here, just FYI. And with that, let's go ahead and bring out the shoe. Now, first impressions of this shoe, I mean, to me, it's just very busy. There's a lot of different things going on with this shoe, and it kind of ties it all together. But it's just busy, This is a multi-chromatic shoe, meaning it's multi-colors. You see the base color is white, but you also have that gold, black, two different shades of green, some purple and gray. This shoe is also multi-textured, the primary material being prime knit as well as rubber. Now let's go ahead and start breaking down this shoe. As we always start, let's go ahead and start at the tongue. So the tongue is primarily made out of this gray prime knit material. On the top part, it's hard to see, but if you look closely, you can kind of make out the Adidas stitched into it, and it's very, very light purple. Moving on down to our laces, we have cotton tubular laces with 3M accents all over it. Moving on down to our toe box. Our toe box is slightly reinforced, but is primarily made out of prime knit material. What's cool about it though is that it does keep that same texture and that rib-like pattern of the original Superstars. Moving on back, on the lateral aspect, you have this large, bold gold stripe that adds a lot of contrast on it. It's very vibrant, very, very eye-catching. What I like about the stripe is that it has these frayed edges though that really gives the shoe an extra deconstructed look, more so than what it already has. Speaking of deconstructed look, another thing that comes into play are these patches on the medial aspect of the shoe. So you have three different panels. You have this first panel up here that I say it's kind of a blackish color, and then behind that you have two shades of green. You have this darker green that I've heard is called like a seaweed green, and then behind that you have this bolt green. In the bolt green, you do have some Adidas branding, this little nylon patch that's stitched in there with the Trefoil logo and Adidas. Moving on back towards the heel of the shoe, you have this black panel that has human rays embroidered in gold. The inside of the heel counter is reinforced with leather, FYI. Just below that, you see that gold bold panel running back beneath it. Now, moving on down to our midsole is completely made out of rubber. There is absolutely zero boost on this shoe, but that does hold true to the original Superstars. There was never any boost in the Superstars, so they held true to that, and that's okay. Moving on to our outsole, just like the midsole is made completely out of rubber, it's also in a monochromatic white color. The traction pattern is exactly the same as the original Superstar. And I know this isn't an original Superstar, it's the human-made one, but I mean, it's all this traction pattern, it's all the same. Getting to our insole, the insole has that very Pharrell Williams-esque reflexology pattern on it. It's in this lime green color on the top and a gray color on the bottom. It's a little sticky, but obviously it's removable, so if you have your own insole that you want to put in there, you can definitely do so. And that's pretty much gonna do it for this surgical breakdown of this shoe. Now, as far as sizing goes, I got mine in my true to size 9.5, which is honestly the safest way to go. I do suggest you go true to size, but if you tend to have, you know, larger feet, you may want to think about going up. If you ever want a Superstar, honestly, just go with that size, you should be fine. If you feel like you need to slim down half a size though, because they're a little bit on the long side, but the amount of room that I have in there isn't bad. But if you feel like you need to go down half a size, I mean, the primary material of this is pretty expandable, being prime knit, so you should be okay. Again, doctor's recommendation, true to size, you'll be fine. As far as comfort goes, I mean, it's gonna be as comfortable as an all rubber shoe, you know, is. You know, there is no boost, there's no air, anything like that. It's all just rubber. So I mean, they're good. I can definitely walk on these all day without having, you know, too much of a problem. But I would definitely say the NMDs are way more comfortable than these. But I mean, the NMDs have a boost on it, so I guess that's not really fair. Overall though, I'd say the comfort is pretty good. Not spectacular, but pretty good. Now, concerning how the style, originally I would say it'd be pretty easy to do because it's a base white shoe, but with all the extra colors on there, it does kind of make it just a little more complicated than usual. You know, I would say, honestly, color-wise, I would say stick the more solid colors so you don't have too much clashing, you know, between the rest of your outfit and these shoes, because these are pretty loud shoes, you know, not only because of the band, but all these extra patches that are on the medial side too as well. As far as the fit of pants, aside from shorts, because I don't really wear shorts, I would say you would be safe, you know, to wear things from, you know, anything straight leg to taper to skinny, to something cuffed that sits right up above it. You can even wear, honestly, I definitely think, you know, wearing something cropped with these two would be very well. Something that has a little break between the shoes and the pants really shows us off even more. So yeah, I think something like that would really go good with these. I mean, honestly, you know, my final thoughts and conclusions with this shoe, you know, is it a good shoe? Sure. I am a bit disappointed though, and I haven't been this disappointed since I lost that chest match to my rabbit sneakers. Take that. Man, forget you. You know, I think there's just too much, you know, going on, but, you know, I get it. I feel like Pharrell is probably the biggest collaboration that Adidas has. This is one of Adidas' iconic silhouettes, so it would make perfect sense to team up with him to make a special collaboration for their 50-year commemoration for this. And that's gonna pretty much do it for today's sneaker appointment. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you guys become a client. You do that by first hitting the subscription button down below, as well as the notification bell so you'll be notified of the next appointment. Also, make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at TheShoeVet, where I do post content fairly regularly. Definitely will be making some fits on this too as well to kind of show you guys some extra ways how to style it, but of course Stay tuned for the B-roll footage. With that being out the way though, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next appointment.